Hello and welcome to Edukemy's YouTube channel. My name is Harsh Singh and in this video we shall discuss the government schemes. Now, the main idea to discuss government schemes just before the exam are two-faceted. One, to update you with the important government schemes in news or the latest ones. And the second one, to ensure that you do not miss out on the low-hanging fruits. So these fruits are the one which will help you gain 2 or 4 or 6 marks in the exam, these valuable marks. And it has been found in research that UPSC usually asks very simple questions. Usually, these simple questions in the exam related to schemes. Either they ask, what is the objective of the scheme? Who is the beneficiary of scheme? Or what is the ministry or agency which has released the particular scheme? So we will cover certain important schemes in news or updated ones with these things in focus. Now, the first scheme that we have covered here in the infrastructure sector is the Digital India scheme. The prominent thing about this scheme is that during times of COVID pandemic, during times of work from home economy, when society, when education services, health services, the whole economy is running on internet from home, Digital India gains prominence. And Prime Minister himself has said that this decade is a techade. This is a decade, and therefore, let us quickly understand what is Digital India scheme about. First of all, this scheme was released 6 years back by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Information Technology and Electronics, right? What is the objective of the scheme? The objective of the scheme is very simple: to transform India into digitally empowered and knowledge economy, digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. So two-faceted, talking about society and economy both. So economy is like development and society is like progress of people, right? Both the components. So next time somebody throws at you Stand Up India scheme or Show Up India scheme, any other scheme, all you got to do is ask them what is the objective of Digital India scheme, right? So you remember this: digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. These are the two important objectives. Now, the scheme has 3 important components. The first component is to enable the services be available digitally. At the click of button, people should be able to generate a certificate. At the click of button, they should be able to get services from the government. So, the first thing is deliver service digitally. But to deliver service, there has to be infrastructure, there has to be institutional building. So therefore, another important component, the first component was service. Another component is create the digital infrastructure for the same. So this is a supply chain conversation, right? So create that infrastructure. And after that, this is not sufficient. To be able to deliver services, people need to demand services. And for demanding services, they need to be made aware. They need to be made digitally literate. A lot of people in the rural society in India, they are not even literate to be able to register themselves for CoWIN portal. I saw that myself while I was waiting in the queue. So, because of all this, there are 3 components: digital services delivery, for second, infrastructure building, and third, digital literacy. These are the 3 important components. And you can see beneficiary is all of us. 9 key points of the scheme are universal access to phones, broadband highway. Simple example is the Bharat Broadband Network. Another example is National Knowledge Network, public internet access, e-governance, e-Kranti, that is electronic delivery of services. Then we have electronics manufacturing. See, one component has to be electronics manufacturing. Why? Because this is how we build infrastructure digitally in India, right? We do not need to import, we will build the electronics infrastructure in the country. So this is one of the component for building infrastructure in the country. So you can segregate all of them into different dimensions of the scheme, right? IT for jobs. So this will not only generate jobs, it will also generate societal development. Early Harvest program talks about all those programs in this scheme which have to be accelerated. And you can very well see the results of the scheme. Aadhaar, Bharat Broadband Network. We have CERTIN, Computer Emergency Response Team India, right? DG Locker, Bheem, Sugamya Bharat. Sugamya Bharat is Accessible India campaign. So people who are hearing impaired, for them there is an app built. People who cannot see, that app talks. So these are the various facets of Digital India. Then eNAM, National Agricultural Market Portal, ePathshala, ePrison. There are 50s or such schemes, right? So this is quick understanding of Digital India scheme. One important scheme which relates to Digital India is the Cyber Swachhta Kendra. Now this gains prominence because recently India has seen the Pegasus attack. We have also understood that in India, the world over, we are more vulnerable to digital attacks. In fact, India has become the country which has had to pay 3 times the ransom on the internet hacking services. 3 times the ransom. So this means that India has become increasingly vulnerable to ransomware, to malware attacks, to spyware attacks, right? And therefore, Cyber Swachhta Kendra becomes very important. important, CWK. Now this is a part of Digital India Initiative, right? And the main objective is to provide secure online services and environment to everybody. Secure online environment to everybody, right? Now, this is a free service available to all beneficiaries, all the people residing in the country, and you can very well see the person turns from upset to happy. Why? Because the person has used the Cyber Swachhta Kendra, right? Now, the main idea of the scheme is to have a botnet. So if you register in their app, in their website, their botnet, the bot will clear of all the malware that your computer, that your personal computer or laptop, phone, tablet, PC, all that have it, right? So this is the main idea of the scheme. So the online platform has got 7 tools, and it will surf your computer, it will clean all these bots, and it will make your computer malware free. What is a malware? Malware is a type of application which automatically gets installed in your computer at times, and it starts to initiate some sort of functions which are not of basic utility to us. They may even start to survey us, right? Capture data. They might even try to hack our own system. So malware is something that is not required, not needed, and it was unsolicited for. These are the ways in which one can hack the computer itself. So we are trying to clear of all this kind of space. So Swachhta, Cyber Swachhta, that is the word, right? So the 3 things that it does is that the botnet detects the infections, it notifies, enables, cleans the system, and after that, it is also freely available to people. So this is the Cyber Swachhta Kendra.